Om Tat Sat. Good evening. Namaste to all. Come on, come one, come all. Listen to a story from a grandpa. Yesterday, we listened to a story of the king called Bharat, who ruled over our land, son of Dushyanta, the valorous Bharat, fearless Bharat. Today, we continue with the name Bharat. There are a few more personalities with the same name, and our nation's name is also Bharat. The famous Bharat we all know is Sri Ram's younger brother, cousin brother. He was in a kingly clan. He was a prince living in the huge palatial bungalows, but he had a mind of a saint, Bharata Muni. He was in his maternal uncle's mama's place when his mother Kaikeyi was obstinate in getting two of her conditions fulfilled by Sri Dasharatha. One of them was to anoint Bharat as the king, not Sri Ram. Bharat was younger son. She demanded that Bharat be made the king. And in the second condition, she sought 14 years of Sri Ram, Vanavas for Sri Ram. He was to live in jungles, forests for 14 years. Banishment from Ayodhya. Now the unfortunate happening to Bharat, that he was misunderstood by his own mother. Most of us, we feel bad that I am not understood. I am not being understood by my friends, by my mother, by my parents. This is our complaint in life, that I am not being understood. I am being misunderstood. And Bharat had plenty of this. His mother misunderstood him. She thought he'll be happy in becoming the king. But he was very unhappy. He showered very strong and abusive words on his mother. He was so unhappy and angry at his mother's action. Then Vasishtha, he also had his doubts. He didn't know what should be the reaction of Bharat. So he said, when should we have the anointment program? Bharat was very he was very unhappy, very sad that the Rajarshi Vasishtha did not understand him in the right perspective. He also assessed Bharat to be anxious or craving to become a king. his nobility was not understood, was not seen by great men like Vasishtha. Then Kaushalya, Sri Ram's mother, she also looked at Bharat with doubts. Her eyes saddened Bharat. Oh, the mother, embodiment of love, mother of Sri Ram, she also doesn't understand me in the right way. Then he proceeded towards a forest. He wanted to bring Sri Ram back. This army followed him, officers followed him, mothers followed him. A sizable population of Ayodhya followed him. And there the king of Nishad, Guha, on the banks of Ganga, he also doubted Bharat. He thought Bharat is coming with an army to kill Ram in the forests. Oh, poor Bharat. He was being misunderstood in every step. Then he crossed over. Nishad Raj had his own tests to test Bharat, test his intentions. Then he helps him cross Ganga. Bharat goes to the forest where Chitrakoot, where Sri Ram was staying. Sri Lakshman, he sees the dust being raised by this huge population coming towards Chitrakoot. So Lakshman goes atop a tree and sees Ayodhya's flag, Ayodhya's huge army, and he is enraged. He says, this Bharat is coming to forest with all the army to kill us, to finish off Sri Ram. Oh, this did not suit the nobility which Bharat was. Unfortunate, poor Bharat. Again misunderstood by Lakshman. Then Sri Ram, Bharat comes to Ram and asks him to come back. Ram was adamant. He said he'll complete 14 years and then return to Ayodhya. And he takes out a promise that you will not take an extra day. I want you to return exactly after the completion of 14 years. You should not take even an extra day. I won't wait for that. And then he asks for the sandals of Sri Ram, Paduka, carries those Paduka on his head, places them on the throne. He says, Sri Rama owns the throne. Now his Paduka, the sandals, will rule Ayodhya. I'll be the slave, I'll be a servant of this sandal. And he lived in a hut outside the city of Ayodhya. Here, Sri Ram was given the life of forestry life. He was exiled for 14 years by his parents. But here was Bharat, who took exile on his own. He was not asked to take. He took the exile and living in a hermit, he spent those 14 years and ruled Ayodhya on behalf of Sri Ram with the sandals placed on the throne. And the height of misunderstanding for Bharat was when Sri Ram, after 14 years of life in forests, after the great battle with Sri Ravan, after reclaiming Sita, he returned, he was on the way of return to Ayodhya, when he thought maybe Bharat has changed his mind about power, maybe he has been addicted in this long period, addicted to power. So he sent Sri Hanuman to test Bharat's attitude, Bharat's mind. And he said, if Bharat has changed, let us stay in forests and spend our rest of our life in forest. Let us not return to Ayodhya. That should be, you may say, the height of sadness, the worst sad experience for Bharat, that he was being mistrusted by Sri Ram himself. Even though for a second, that's the most unfortunate part in anyone's life. But Bharat was not disturbed by all this. He was a noble soul. He was a Bharata Muni. Oh, great Bharat. There was one more Bharat. He also was Bharata Muni. And he was the one who discovered the art of Bharatanatyam. Bharata Muni. The art of expressions, the science of dance, emotions being expressed through movements of fingers, mudras, through the movements of eyes, through the movements of eyebrows. A beautiful science elaborating on the art of dance. And the drama is also based on this science, with Navarasa, the 9 basic emotions on which Bharata Muni his science was based. And the famous Bharatanatyam that we see now, which has passed on from tradition, from generation to generation to our generations, it has survived for more than thousands of years and reached us. The discoverer of this great art was also Bharat. Now tomorrow we'll listen to an elaborate story of one more Bharat. He was also a king. Very interesting story. We'll have to wait for one day to listen to the 4th Bharat. Okay, let me conclude for the day. Om Tat Sat. Namaste to all.